Alright, so I'm gonna have to do this in a voiceover because I forgot to record the audio with this. But welcome to my first tutorial. This is for a villager breeder that works in 1.16.5. The first one that I've done so far. So we're gonna start off. I'm gonna go up 9 blocks from the center point here. Because you expand in all 4 directions there. So you go up 9 blocks, and then starting on one side, you're gonna go 4 blocks in. You're going to make a little 4x4 mining area, or not mining area, farmland here. You can do more, but it's just easier to do the 4x4 because you only need one water source. So just getting that filled in, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got that part going. You're going to place your half slab right there in the middle. Make sure it's on the bottom block because then you're going to saturate it. Then you're going to grab a hoe. Make sure you keep all of the farmland tilled. That middle one over by the block, I didn't do that one just because it's going to get deleted anyways. So we're just filling these in, making a nice little plot here for you to work with. There we go. Alright, so as you see, a nice little diamond there. You're just going to do that on all 4 sides of that center block. So 4 in, little block there, 4 out, same thing. Alright, and then I'm going to skip ahead from here. Just once I have all of the 4 sort of leaves, each 4 of the sides finished up. Alrighty, and now that we've got that all finished up, we're going to go ahead and start building the walls for the enclosures, which sounds really bad when you put it that way. So it's just going to be 1 block out from each of these, and on each little corner here, you're going to make sure that the second block, the one at head height, is going to be open. And that is just for a glowstone block or any light block you have. And what I forgot to do over there in the other corner is to place 3 random building blocks in each of the corners here. And this is going to be the base for the beds. The one extra is next to that, where the head of the bed is going to be, so the pillow. And that's simply because when the villagers wake up from the bed, they tend to trample whatever is next to them. So by having the extra regular block there, you don't have to worry about it getting trampled. Alrighty, and here I'm speeding it up just so we get past this part of me doing exactly what I said I was doing. Yeah, just building up that part, getting that border set, and then in just a second, I'll be putting down the first glowstone. Showing where that goes. So there's going to be one in between each of the, well, not in between per se, but in each of the corners of the farms to light it up. So make sure you go all the way in with the glass like that to that, just before that center block. So glowstone in the corner, glowstone in the corner. Placed it in the wrong one that time. But if you did it right, it should intersect. So you don't need 3 glowstone for each farm, technically, because they all share 2 of them with the ones on either side. Um, and then what I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing some potatoes. Uh, you can use carrots or potatoes or beetroot, but carrots or potatoes tend to work best. Um, and then you don't have to worry about all the seeds and the extra wheat and stuff like that. So you're gonna grab your composter. You're gonna put a glowstone on top of it. You put the composter on top of the slab with the water. That way the villager doesn't fall into it because they're stupid. And it's in a nice centralized spot for them. And here I'm just re-upping the glass, getting it that too tall that I was talking about, just so they don't escape, because that'd be kind of annoying. You made a farm where everything just escapes from it. So 2 high walls all the way around, and in between them, gotta separate the families and all that. Is that gonna get me canceled? Oh well. So there we go, 2 high wall, and now for the under bits. Just knocking out those extra blocks. This part is not necessary. I just do it for aesthetic purposes, I guess. Which, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't look great either way. But just kind of keeping with the whole dirt and wood and glass and glowstone. Okay, I don't understand what I was going for there, but just making sure that it looks about the same, which it does. Um, this is on my survival server that I have, Endercraft Season 2, because we're on Season 2 of it. If you're interested in joining, I will be putting the Google Forms interview form in the description. So go ahead and fill that out if you're interested in joining. It is for adults though, so 18 years and older. Here we are placing down the beds with the pillow facing away from the farm, because like I said, they jump out next to the pillow, and you don't want them trampling the farmland. Um, so here I'm grabbing potatoes just to throw a couple in. Personally, on the one that I did that I'm using currently, uh, what I did is I planted all of them before I even brought the villagers over from the village, so that when they were ready to go in, the plants were already built. And I forgot a crucial step here, which is putting the trapdoors in between those two glass on the top there, so they can't walk. The villagers in the farmland can't walk through it. Um, which I will figure out later in the video, but at this moment in time, I had no idea. Then you break that block. You break that block. You are gonna place a fence post right there, and that's what the two breeding villagers are gonna be standing on. We fold all these trapdoors down, so then they can't get out. And then from here, we place. Oh, from here, we're gonna go down below that block, and we're gonna place the beds. So we're gonna do a little 3x3 platform and place the beds with the pillows facing the middle block, which I guess at this point doesn't really matter because I realized that the villagers that are breeding don't actually sleep in the beds. They just kind of stand on that fence post their entire lives. Um, so, not the greatest existence they live, but, you know, someone's got to do it, right? Better them than us. So, we're going to get those beds placed there because they still need it to be able to recognize that there's a bed there, and make more babies. So, from here, I forgot whether or not I put the glass all the way down, which I did, as well as those pistons. So, those pistons keep them from getting out. As well as being able to help push the babies down if they get stuck in the farmland, because they will always run right into the middle there, which the farmers would do, but they can't. So I'm just looking in there, showing you kind of what I'm trying to explain here. So they fall down in that middle area. Um, and there will be an example later in the video. Um, Man, these voiceover things are hard, but we'll make it through it with my Taco Bell. All right, so now I'm getting the pistons put in. This part is my original design. Um, I did take this from someone else, like the crop part, the farm part, just kind of how it's set up. In there, I forgot to put down one of the glass. It's supposed to go down to the beds on all four sides, all four corners, but I forgot to do that in that one corner. So we got the pistons, we activate them, and that keeps the babies from being able to run directly onto the beds as soon as they're born, and forces them into that middle part. If a baby does fall onto the bed, all you have to do is retract the piston and then push back out, and it'll push the baby down into the middle. And then here, we're going to place our half slabs down, just kind of creating a little chamber. And I did place them one block too low, but that's fine because I'm going to fix it here. And then I put new half slabs on top of those. Um, and this is just to make sure that they don't get caught up as they're falling on anything because they're so small. Don't want them going too far, and to direct them to the water source that's going to be down there. And I see here, I'm like, oh, I put that wrong. So I build it up right there, and right there, and then I put the half slabs on top of the glass directly there. I'm not sure how necessary that part is, but it's what I do. It seems to work for me. So now we're going to grab a hopper and a chest. This part's not too important. It's just if you want a little bit of extra potatoes or whatever you have in your farm. Um, every now and then, whenever you pull the villagers out, if you just let this sit, it'll definitely go for a while. It won't be something you have to worry about. Here, I'm just filling this in. Get my half slabs going. Just gonna cover that up. And then on that one, over the hopper, I put the half slab on the bottom so I can saturate it like we did with the farm. There we go. Then I place a bucket of water in there. I place 2 more half slabs on either side just to further help the babies get guided down and fall into water so they don't take any damage. As well as in this video, I will show you how I got the villagers up there. It's a super simple thing that I had to look for that the last guy didn't put in. But here, I'm just making a little boxed in area for them just because I found that with how effective it is, if they just sit in that one by one kind of room, enough of them build up fast enough to where they start dying, and that's not what you want. You want maximum efficiency. With this way, they will just always be constantly breeding more. And there won't be too many in an area, to where you hit the limit and they just start dying. So here is where I start putting the villagers in prematurely without putting the trapdoor in, which took me a minute to realize when, yep, that right there, he jumps in. I'm like, oh, okay. So I try to hit him back in there. He goes, I'm not entirely sure why I decided that I had to kill him, but yeah, I kind of had a personal vendetta against this guy, I guess. So I get him ready to punch off the edge, and I kill him with this hit. So I'm sure next time I go into survival, Uh, an iron golem is going to be pissed off and kill me. Uh, this one over here, I go over and I start killing them fairly brutally. This is if you are if you are sensitive to graphic things, then avert your eyes or something. But just burn them in lava, as you do. Because if they die by lava but not by your hand, it doesn't count. Oh, that one just kind of jumped in on his own. He was eager to join his family, I guess. God, that sounds terrible. Huh. Oh well. Well, here we go. Um, grabbing the trapdoors. After I very importantly retill this part, got the trapdoors in there. Got to replace that. So I'm gonna just skip ahead to where I got it all planted and fixed up. Alrighty, so at this point, I got all the villagers respawned. I got some plants thrown in some of their farms there. Um, Now, I will notice here in a second that the villagers do go in those middle beds, which they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to be able to sleep, but I forgot to put something down. I forgot to put that glass in the corner there, so they are still able to get out or access those beds, which is not what you want. If you look here, you see them going to bed using the beds, but the ones in the middle do not. Oh, this part. Um, this part is not important, but I'm not going to cut it out because I just kind of decide this guy has to die for whatever reason. So I kind of do what I got to do, you know, just to just to get him dead and out of the bed. Um, he was kind of left over from a previous try. I threw him in there accidentally, um, but as you can see, he's now running over there. But it's not good enough for me, so I kill him, fix that up. Uh, like I said, that doesn't usually happen, but if it does, you just gotta move them. It's usually not that hard to move them. Just throw them in a boat and hop in and row away. um, but you just want your farmer to be able to use the bed. And all these guys down here, they are still able to breed with each other because every now and then the food gets thrown down from the top as kind of extras, and they are close enough to the beds to where they are able to recognize it uh, as a bed that they can use to create more. And there's enough there right now to cause me a little bit of lag. Um, and so we should be going back over there here in just a second. Oh yeah, I'm talking about cats and iron golems, both of which will spawn just because it is a villager farm. Um, if a villager considers its current location to be a village where it can reproduce, then it will spawn iron golems and cats to defend the village. However, if you're just building one at your base, the it can get kind of cluttered with all the iron golems and cats. So if you don't want multiple iron golems or whatever, you get annoyed with them, just block one in somewhere, and it'll be the only one. All right, so talking again about that part. Yada yada yada. Come on with the show, Trent. Yeah, telling you how to get them back in, which doesn't entirely work, but it works sort of. For the bigger ones, if they're grown, they don't really go back in, but it's super easy to get them back in. Babies, however, they just slide right under, and you push them in. Easy as that. All right, and you don't need a roof on it, but if you don't want them to die by lightning, it'd be wise to put just some half slabs over it, just to keep them safe. And what I'm doing here is I'm showing you how I got the villagers in there. You just want to go build a little tower a couple blocks over and a little path directly to the center. From there, we're going to go down. We're going to make a little water pool here. Make sure it's all still water, all source blocks. So, little infinity pool there. I'm going to go to the top here. We're going to place one block up, and then your water source there. So it's one block higher than the path. And you're going to grab some kelp here, once I can find it. And you're going to do the little trick where you turn all of it into source blocks, because we're going to make a bubble elevator here to get the villagers up there. And I did forget at first, but you got to put a soul sand at the bottom of it to make the bubbles go up. I just kind of broke and kind of went for it. As you can see, I grabbed the boat. I'm very eager. I grab another villager spawn egg, and I have a little trouble here, but we can get it. He didn't really want to go in the boat, and then I punch him in the back because he's just a stupid villager, right? Alright, I just kind of sent it straight in there, realized my fatal error, feel the disappointment radiating through my family. My ancestors are currently visibly cringing, so now I get really close to the screen because my eyesight is terrible, um, just so I can find the soul stone, or soul sand. Grab the soul sand, put it down. Can't see the bubbles, so I gotta double check. Oh, bubbles. Cool. Alright, so now I kind of say forget him. Try to grab him, but he runs away because he's fast. He's fucking same bolt or something. Try to place the boat down, doesn't work. He's too fast still. He gets down. I'm like, oh, he's down there. There's no point. Because I can't go up a block in a boat. So I'm like, you know what? You just get to go free. I killed him after the video though, so don't worry. You're gonna want to make sure your point is straight at the pillar when you go into the water, because it's gonna shoot you whichever direction you were facing straight forward. And then from there, you just row yourself across the blocks and drop on in because you don't take any damage and it doesn't trample crops. And then a cheeky little launch there. So, yeah, that is how you make it. And here in a second, I'm gonna grab some food. You do need 6 villagers for this. You can start off with less, as long as you have 3, because you need 2 in the middle and at least 1 farmer, just to make it simpler. Or, yeah, just to make it simpler, you can start off with just 1 farmer, and as you get more, fill them in. But with the 4, they're basically constantly breeding, so that's why it's so efficient. I'm just throwing some food on them to show that it does work and that all the requirements are met for them. So I throw some food at them. Throw some food at him. And then we saw some hearts earlier, so we check down here and look, oh look, a baby. Very easy. Alright. Well, I hope you guys liked it. I know it's kind of awkward because it's my first one and I wasn't really sure how to go about this. I got off work at 11 p.m., got home, and the first thing I did was record this. So this is the second time I'm saying it. um, because I was just kind of excited to do it and forgot to unmute myself. So you get a nice little voiceover afterwards. Um, yeah. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. I'd be happy to answer them and help out in any way I can. Um, if you found this helpful, let me know. I'd love to hear feedback on it. If you guys want to see me do more. Um, and like I said before, if you are interested in joining my server, we have some plugins. It is survival. We have a good little community going. I'll be putting the Google form in the description. So if you're looking for some fun people to play with all around the world, this would be a good server. Um, yeah, we've got a spawn district, we've got shopping districts, warps slash set home, um, single person sleep, double shulker shells, stuff like that. Silky spawners, real convenient stuff. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, maybe hit that subscribe button. Who knows? You guys have a great day. Peace out.